Hi everybody, once again you are welcome to my YouTube channel, Peter Analytics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to build and design this wonderful and astonishing dashboard. And we are using Microsoft Power BI, as you can see, 6 distribution. And if you are new to this channel, what we do and if you are new to this channel, what we do is we build visualization around data using Microsoft Power BI, using Microsoft Excel, and as well we use Python to analyze and also visualize our data. And also, if you want to learn anything about SQL, you will find it also in this channel. And also, if you like to learn anything about machine learning, Python, and some other analytics tools, you will find it in this our channel, Peter Analytics. Please, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe, comment, and share. You can also put a comment to tell me about what next you want me to work on, and also whatever you want me to do. Just put it in the comment section. Suggestion, idea will be fully attended to. So let's start our ride together. So I've already named my uh, dashboard here, report. We are using the same name for the main dashboard, which is distribution. So you can just name, instead of naming the page, you can just name it report, or you can also name it dashboard. So the first thing we are going to be doing now is we are going to open our data, and for you to see the data that we have. So these are the data that we have. You can see we have our active customer, we have our payment, we have our profit, we have our quantity, we have our region, we have our sales type, we have our target, and we have our total sales. Then we have our type of service, then we have our unit cost. So we are going to be visualizing our sales by month, by target. So we want to see if we actually meet the monthly target that we set for the month. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to pick this chart, which is called line and a stack column chart. So we pick this line and a stack column chart. Then from there we move forward. So let's expand it a bit, and let's also reduce this side a bit, and we have it this way. We pick first thing, we pick our total sales. So we're having our total sales here. Then we are having our month. We go to our order dates. From the order date, we go to date hierarchy. Then we are picking the month from the date hierarchy. So you can see we have our line and stack column chart already, and everything is already sorted from January to December. So that is nice. So we don't have to bother ourselves. So the next thing is we pick the targets, and we bring the target to the line chart. You can see to the line y-axis. So we drop the target there. So we have our target already, and the next thing we are going to do, we are going to format this table, this chart, because we can't actually leave it this way. So we just go to the three dots here and just click, then go to format. From there we move down to our title, and we are going to rename the title. Instead of, we have sum of total sales and sum of target by month. So we are just going to have sales and target by month. Sales and target by month. So you can just remove sales and target by month. So that is what we are going to have. So sales and target by month, and just to move down straight, you will see this horizontal alignment. The horizontal alignment means where we want this our title to be. Do we want it to be at the left hand side? Do we want it to be at the middle? Do we want it to be at the right hand side? So this is what these are meant for. So when we click the middle, we have it to be at the middle. And when we click this, we having it at the right hand side. So we are clicking the middle. So that is where we are having it at the middle. So we move a bit downward and we go to the X axis and we also go to the Y axis. This is the X axis. This is the X axis value. This is the X axis title. So we don't need the X axis title, so we switch it off. But we need the value. You can see X axis. This is the value. We leave the value on. This is the value. Then we move to the Y axis. For the Y axis, we don't need the title, but we need the value because this is our target over there. So we come down here, we remove the title. We don't need it, so the title is gone. And we move down to the legend. These are the legend. So we don't need the legend. Why? Because already we have our title 6 and target by month. And the legend is also saying the same thing. Sum of 6, sum of target. And you can see this also represent month. So we are removing the target as well. We don't want it. So the next thing is we move down a bit. We don't want the grid. These are the grid lines. So we are going to remove the grid lines. So just move a bit straight down. When you move a bit straight down, you'll find the grid line. Then we switch the grid lines off. We don't actually want it. So the next thing we do is we move a bit down also. Do we still have the grid line on? So let's switch it off. We remove the grid line. So we are leaving this, don't worry. So the next thing is we are going to change this color, which is the line color. So let's go to the line axis. This is the line. And let's look for the color. Let's look for the marker. Let's see if we have. Then we are not going to use a data label already. So, and another thing before we change the line color, we are going back to our, just go straight to size and style. From the size and style, we don't want the background. We remove the background because we are going to use our home background. But we are going to use visual border, switch it on. And we are going to use shadow as well, switch it on. Then in the shadow, we are going to use just the custom because we are having this at the bottom right. You can see we are having it bottom right. So we want to change it to custom. So we are having it as the custom. Then that is the only thing we have to do in the size and style. So we move away from there. Then the next thing we move down. Also, we are looking for the line chart. So when we see the line chart, we want to change the color of the line chart to be red. So let's move. So we have our column and we have our color. This is the color for the column. So we don't have to change anything about the color. So we only have to change something about the line. And this is the line. So we go to the color of the line. So you can see we are having this color. So we are changing it to red. I think let's choose this. This would be a good red. Let's check the second one. I think the first one is better. So we have the first one. So this is already done exactly what we wanted. So we leave this way. Then the next thing is we move down and we need our top 3 customer. For our top 3 customer, we are going to use this chart. What is the name of the chart? We are going to use a multi-role card. So we pick this. Oh, sorry. Please always try to click outside this, otherwise you are going to have it replaced. So let's click out and we are going to have our multi-role card. From the material card, we bring the material card here. Then we are going to pick our sales and the customer. So we have our 3 top customer. That is what we need. So we have our customer. Then we'll pick our total sales. This is our total sales. So you can see we don't actually want this. We are going to switch everything off. So we have more than what we need. So we need just the top 3. So what should we do? We go to our core value. Before our core value, let's go to format. Filter. Let's go to filter. From the filter, we have our customer. Just click on this. We have basic filtering. Then also click this down arrow. We have advanced filtering. We have basic filtering. We have top 10. From the top 10, we are going to pick top 3. So we'll pick the top 3 and value. The value is going to be the sales. So we'll put the sales in the value. Then we click apply. And we are going to have our top 3 by so doing. So let me see. We have our top 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is our top 3. We have our top 3. So we can collapse this. We don't actually need it. So we go to format. We are going to format this. So the first thing is we go to size and style. From there, we are going to switch off the background, and we are going to switch on the visual border. We are also going to switch on the shadow. So from the shadow, don't forget we are going to use a custom shadow. Then that is what we are going to do there. Then we can just close it back. Then we'll move down to our title. We are going to do that later. Call out value. Let's go to call out value first before moving to call out label. So let's leave the value. Everything is fine there. So we go to the call out labels. I think we don't actually need the labels. So let me see. Let's switch it off. So exactly, we don't need the label. We just need the name and the amount. So that is what we actually need. So we have this already. Then we are going to put our title. So let's go to the title and let's switch it on. Then we're having top 3 customer. In the top 3 customer, then move a bit straight down. We are going to horizontal alignment, and we are going to center our title. And let's see. Okay, everything is perfectly done. We click outside of it. Then the next thing is we need our sales by region. So we want to see which of the region that gives us the highest sales, or that our sales majorly comes from. So we pick we are going to use any donor chart for this. So we pick the donor chart and we move it down here. Then we are going to pick the sales and we are going to pick the region. So we have the total sales here. Then the next thing is we are picking our region. So just look for the region data and just pick the region. So we have our category, we have our order, we have our amount, payment, region. So we have our region. So we are going to use the origin. So the first thing is we go to our size and style. From there we switch off the background and we are going to switch on the border. From there we are going to switch on the visual border. We are going to switch on the shadow, and from the shadow we are going to use the custom shadow. Then from there you can just switch it off. After that, close it. Then we go to our title. Our title is 6 by region. So we are going to just remove the sum of total, and we are going to have sales by region. So we come down to horizontal alignment, and we are going to align it to center. So we have it to be at the center. Then the next thing is we go to our legend. We don't need the legend, so let's remove it. And the next thing is we'll go to our data label. Then our data label, we need the name, and we need the amount, and we need the percentage. So you can see we only have the amount and the percentage here, but we need the name. So let's go here. That is where we are. We have data value, percentage of total. We have category, percentage of total. So if we decide to use category percent of total, so it's going to give us the name and also the percentage, which is 6.6% from the western, northeast, which is 6.73. So, but we need the actual both the name, the amount, and also the percentage. So that is why we are going to use all detail labels. So we are using all detail labels. It's going to give us everything we want. Then we expand it a bit for us to see everything in it. So we have central, which is 1,000, 1.44 thousand, which is 5%. Then we have the east, which is 1.84k, which is 6.36%. Exactly, that is what we want. So everything is going to be adjusted when we are using the background. So we click out of this. So the next chart we are putting is our area chart. We want to see the sales by day. We want to see how many sales do we make daily, or how many sales do we make monthly. So we are using our area chart. So we are picking this stack area chart. Let me see if we are actually using the same. So stack area chart, we are replacing it with this. So let's use area chart. So we're going to make the first of all our sales. Let's pick our sales. We have our total sales here. So we have our sales already. Either you click on it and it will go to the y-axis, which is the value. Then the x-axis are for the text. Then any other one that you want to add, which is the secondary axis, the legend, the small multiple, tooltips, whatever you want. This is tooltips that we have here. This is a tooltips. You can see we are having our tooltips here already. So we can decide to also add the tooltips here for it to show. So probably we want to add something else. So the next thing is we are going to pick our month. So let's use the month. So we want to see our total sales by month. So we want to see. So this is January. We have a sales of 1.901.94. So in February, this is the sales that we have. So sum of sales. So that is what we want to do. Then we go to the background. Let's remove the background. We remove the background. Then we switch on our visual border. Then we also switch on our shadow. Then open the shadow and let's go to the position. And we're going to use a custom shadow. So then we can close it back. Then we go to our title. The title is going to be sales by month. So we are going to remove the sum of total sales. We don't need the sum of total sales. We need just sales by month. Then we go down to horizontal alignment. Then we are going to make it center. Then don't forget, we are going to remove the grid lines. So these are the grid lines. We don't want it. So let's move downward before the grid lines. We go to our x-axis. This is the value, as I've said, and this is the title. So we switch off the title. Then for the y-axis also, we remove this. This is the title and this is the value. So we go to the y-axis, we switch off the title, then we have our value. So the next thing is we go to the grid line and we switch it off horizontal. So we don't actually need it. So everything is perfect for this. So the next thing we are going to is our product wise. And our product wise, we want to see which of this product is actually giving us the right sales that we expected, because it's not all the product that actually move in the market. So we want to see which of this product is actually moving. Then we are going to use cluster bar chart for this. So let's pick our cluster bar chart. We bring our cluster bar chart here and we have it. We can as well change it to stack bar chart. So let's use stack bar chart, and we are going to pick our, first of all, sales. Let's go to our total sales. Then we'll go to our products. We have our products. So you can see this is our product and this is our total sales. So we are going to format it as usual. It's already opened. We go to the background. We switch off the background. Then we go to the total, the visual border, and we switch on the visual border. The shadow, so we are needing the shadow. We are using the shadow. We switch it on as well. Then we go to position and we make it custom. Then the next thing is we close it and we move down to the Y and the X axis. For the Y axis, first of all, for the Y axis, we don't need the title. So we should switch off the title for the Y axis. And for the X axis, we don't need both the value and the title. So the value and the title for the X axis, we should switch it off. So the next thing we do is we also put our label. So let's go to detail label, and already the grid line is switched off. So that is why we are not switching it off again. So we go to data label and we are going to include our data label. So we have the data label, and let's go to the position of the data label. Let's go to the value. The value we are having is as 1000, and let's see. This is auto. Let's make it none. And let's see what we are going to have. So it's better we make it 8000. So we're having it as 1000 and the position is outside end. So when you check where the position is, it's going to give you outside end. So we are done with this. We close this already. Then the next thing is we are going to have our sales by country. Now that we have seen the sales by region, and we have seen our top 3 customer, and we have seen our total sales by products, so we are going to product wise. Let's go back to our title and we are going to name it product wise. So let's remove from here and we are making it product wise. We are missing W. Then we go to the center. This is horizontal alignment. We are going to center this. So already we have it center. So we are going to have our country. Sales by country. And for the sales by country, we are going to use a different map that we have been using in the previous videos. So we are going to use this because we actually need a bubble. So that is why we are picking this. You can see these are the bubbles. So we are picking this and we need our total sales here. Then we also pick our country from here as well. So we can see where our sales are actually coming from. Please, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe to this channel. So we move on again, and we are going to design we are going to format our map to look like every other one for them to align together. So we go to the format of the country. We remove the background, and we also remove position, our visual border, then also our shadow. Then from the shadow we go to custom, then we are using a custom. Please remember to save your work. Save your work, please. Then we can also close the shadow. I think we have everything except the title. So we are going to have our title as says by country. So just remove the tutu, some of the tutu, and just make it says by country, and we centered it. So we centered it. That is already what we have, and everything is perfectly done. Then the remaining 2 or 3 things left is for us to have our KPIs. We only have 2 KPIs that we are going to use, and the KPIs are, so we can switch everything off, so that's moving on. So we are going to have our KPIs, and we are going to use our card. So we have this card, we move it up to this place, and we are going to pick our total sales. We're having our total sales here, so this is our total sales, and we are going to format it as well. So we can just bring it down and let's format it. Go to format, it's already opened. We remove the background, then we put the visual border, then as well we put the shadow. Then from the shadow we use a custom, that is what we are using. Then we move on to let's see, we are going to switch off the title. We don't need the title, so let's go to the title. We actually don't need the title, which is colored value, colored label. So this is the label. Let's off the label. We are going to put our own title. So we switch on this title, and you can see it's giving us a place to put our title. So we have says, and we are going to center it. Then we are going to, let's go to the value. From the value, this is the colored value. We have it as auto. Already it's in 1000. Let me see if I don't want to make it in 1000. Let's see what we are going to have. Let's see, we are going to have, so I think I prefer to have it this way. Then we are going to increase our title. So let's go back to the title, and let's increase the title a bit. So from 14 we can actually have it as 17, or let's make it 15. So we are going to copy this, and we are going to paste for the profit. So we are having this, then we make the profit, remove this, and let's put our profit. So this is our profit. We are putting our profit. I'm not creating mayor for this, so that is why. So I'm going to make everything back in 1000. So let me have the colored value. The colored value, let me make it 1000. So 11,000, and let's change the title to profits. So that is the title. Then we change this back to 1000 as well. Let's make this as 1000. Then we display unit 1000. So our sales is 28.87,000. So we have it. I'm going to reduce this. It's a bit too big. I'm going to reduce this also. It's a bit too big. So the next thing is we are going to have our slicer, and the slicer is going to be the month. So we're going to have our slicer to be the month. I'm saving my work. You can as well save yours. So the next thing is we are going to the slicer. We pick the slicer here, and we are going to have the month. So we have the month as the slicer. So instead of us having a drop down, so first of all, let's remove the background. Let's put visual border, and let's put shadow. Remember, it's going to be a custom, and let's close it, and let's move down to slicer settings. We have it as vertical list, and I want us to make it as titled. Let's see. So we're having it as title. So exactly that's what we want, and everything is perfectly done. So the next thing is we are going to arrange our dashboard, our chart, and we are going to put our custom our background. So we are going to use our background. So we are going to collapse this. Currently we don't need this. As well. So when we need any of them, we bring it back. So we are going to collapse this as well, and let's bring out our background. First of all, I want us to arrange this before bringing in the background. So let's make this. Let's arrange this first. Let's arrange, then we put in the background. So we are arranging this. We want it to fit well. So we are having this here, and we are having this here as well. So just make it a bit outside of this. Then we are going to reduce this a bit as well. Even the height, we are going to remove the height, and we are going to expand the length a bit. So this also, we also expand it a bit to be of the same line. Then we are having our monthly, which is our slicer. Let me see if we can reduce the slicer a bit. We can actually can't reduce it a bit. So we are going to have our slicer in that way. So let's have it like that. So we can actually make it October, November, December. So we can actually have it this way. So let's have it this way, and I think this is better. Then we move this down a bit, and we want everything to be of the same line. So the next thing is we are going to have our product wise. We move our product wise, and we are going to reduce the height a bit, and also we move this up a bit as well. Then we are having the sales by country. Then we reduce it a bit. We want to be of the same size. Of the same size with this. So, and the next thing is we are going to move this down, not this. Then we are having our region. There is a chart left for us to, so we are going to include that now. So we have this to be here. So we are going to have our region, and we are going to use the region as a slicer as well. So we are using our region as a slicer. So we are going to pick a region and we are going to make it a slicer. So let's go back to our build. Let's click out of this so that it will not replace. So we have our build, then we have our slicer, and from the slicer we are going to pick the region. So we go to our data, then we are picking the region. So, and we are using the whole region, so we don't have to. We go to format and we are going to format it. Let's go to format and let's go to style and size. Actually, we don't want the background, so we are putting visual border and the shadow as well. And don't forget, it's going to be a custom. So the next thing is I think we are done with everything. It is so. We can click out of it. Then we can just draw this down a bit. So we are almost done with all this. So we move this. Let's expand this a bit. We are not using. So we move this also up a bit and we are having it in this direction. Then we have this. Let's have this. We're actually going to increase this because of the numbers therein. So the next thing is we are also going to increase this a bit. Let me see, we can actually leave it that way. Then we move this down. And let's just, then we have this, and let's move this down a bit also. We want it to be of the same. So we just want to move this up a bit. Just want to, and also let's move this up a bit so they will be on the same line. Then the next thing is, I think we have everything done already. We have our filter. We are moving this up to be all the same, and we are drawing it down a bit. So exactly, let's move it down also a bit. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to have our title here, and we are going to use the same title as usual. So we have it here, and let's collapse this. We are still coming back to use this, so we only collapse this, and let's collapse this as well. And let's have our title. Go to text and make it. And we are going to have our 6 distribution. So let's make it 6 distribution. and let's just increase it a bit. Let's make it like 18 to 20. Good. Then we can actually, let's go to format, let's center it, and let's go to the format. We don't want the background, we want the visual border, we also want the shadow, custom, everything is done from there. So we go to our canvas background. I've already imported it. I've already uploaded it, so I'm going to just try to reduce the transparency for it to show. So let's see. So I already have everything here. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be changing everything here. I'm going to be changing them to white. The reason why I didn't use white from the beginning is because if I use white and we have a white background, definitely I'm not going to be able to see what we're actually doing, and you won't see it as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward it and I'm going to change everything to white. So let me just first of all do one or two for you to see how I did it. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on the second one as well. So you can hold your control shift key, just hold a control on your keyboard. Then let's go to, we already have our visual border. So we go to, first of all, we go to our title. You can see this, our title is on. Scroll down. From the title, I'm going to make it white. You can see I'm having white. Then I go to the value, which is go to the colored value. To the colored value, I'm going to have it as white. You can see everything is in white. So I'm going to fast forward it and I'm going to change everything to white for you to see. So let's go on. I'm going to remove this. So we have this as white also, and let me take it to white. Then we'll come to the last one, which is this. So we go to our title. From the title, I'll make it white. Then we'll go to the x-axis and the y-axis, which is, so we have the x-axis here already, and let's make it white. and we go to the y-axis, and for the y-axis we go to the value and we make it white as well. So everything is already done. So we've come to the end of this wonderful 6 distribution dashboard. If you find this video meaningful, useful, entertaining, educative in any means, please subscribe to this wonderful channel, Peter Analytics. So I'm going to be putting the logo here. So let's go to insert. From the insert, we are going to insert image. Then I go to my download and let me see, I'm picking up this and I'm going to reduce it a bit. I'm going to reduce it a bit as well. I'm going to put it here. I'm also going to reduce it a bit. So let me expand it a bit here. For it to be somehow pulled. So exactly, that is what we want. Then we save our work. So this work will be saved now. Let's click on save. We save our work. Thank you very much for taking a ride with me. See you in the next video. Bye.